I think that lots of people work. I don't think so. Obviously, I'm in Sargal now, right? And Dan, you joined me in Bali. There's so many people there working online, isn't there? When I was in Da Nang, there's so many people working online. I think AI will make it harder for people to work online. I know that sounds crazy, not easier, right? There's going to be no need for crypto analysts, no need for some copyright, like that sort of stuff. Email marketers, for example, just not going to be needed, right? Because you've got AI, which makes you think that you use AI to make it better. But actually, I think it's going to come back full circle, isn't it? I think that people are going to push back on it. They're going to notice. We're going for a mini revolution, but I think things are changing. So are you a Claude or a ChatGPT man, Dan, or a bit of both?
Definitely a Claude, man. Definitely a Claude, man. I started out ChatGPT,
Claude
but
is
Claude
awesome.
is just so much better now, especially for like
Yeah,
summarizing it and stuff. 100%.
it is awesome. It is. It's an awesome thing. And Gemini's amazing as well. And that goes to say, like, we are all using it. Every single person that we know is using it. But there's a right and a wrong way to do it, I think, in this business. And I think that it's so funny that we talk about 90% of coaches quit or fail. I think I see, actually, like I said, do you remember before we talked, one of the clients we worked with wanted us to give examples of good LinkedIn posts. Yeah. And do you remember we said it's so incredibly easy to find bad ones every day? I can look through my feed, look through 10, send 10, go, that's bad. To find a very good, well written, almost handwritten type LinkedIn post as passion, as a story, as all that sort of stuff, very, very hard to find. And that makes me think that actually if you leaned more into that, if you made it more human, you'll stand out. So how do you stand out in a world of AI? You just don't use it as much. You
Yep.
speak more authentic, more human, less polished. Actually, I think a few mistakes are quite good, which is a mad thing to say because everything with AI is so crazy polished, which is interesting stuff. Anywhere else you want to go with this chat, Dan?
I think the big message is if you use it badly, it's going to hinder your business. If you use it well, it's going to help it a lot. If you use it well, it's going to be able to automate the stuff that you don't want to do, the repetitive stuff. Like we don't have to clip podcasts. We don't have to transcribe every single client to make sure, we remember what's going on with each of them. So we have more time to actually do the stuff, the coaching, the human stuff. So it can make you money that way, save you time, but it can also repel money repel clients when you're being impersonal. So that is the big.
Definitely. Definitely, yes, interesting stuff. But yeah, you think AI, you think more people succeed, more people make money online. I think the opposite. I think there'll be less because I think AI is going to make everything a little too polished, which is interesting stuff. So great stuff, Dan. I can't wait to write more about this in our book.
Yeah, a little plug. It'll be good.
And again, why a book? Because it's not AI. It's
Yeah.
just one of those things, isn't it? Um, leans, it's a mad thing. But I think that sort of stuff, I think people are going to go away from the over polished, want to come from polished, come back to sort of authentic sort of material.